Ever wonder whether there's a way to code not harder but smarter? Imagine minimizing your coding time, easily tackling difficult tasks, and still having leisure, even if you're just starting. Today we're delving into the top 10 AI tools that will make coding seem like a snap. These tools will alter your perspective on programming regardless of your level of knowledge about coding or just interest. All set to release coding's future? Let's start right now. Number 1. GitHub Copilot. Regarding speech though, wouldn't it be fantastic if there were a tool able to forecast your next coding action? GitHub Copilot is like having an always non-sleeping coding friend. It implies whole lines of code and even operates while you type, therefore speeding up and improving your coding process. Copilot is ideal for times when you want to improve your workflow or find yourself caught on a difficult bit of code. It supports a broad spectrum of programming languages, thereby covering you regardless of the project you are working on. Imagine never having to hunt for that one line of code. Copilot has your back. Ever wondered how much faster you could code if something were guiding you at every stage? And if you found Copilot to be outstanding, just wait to see how this next tool will tailor your coding experience. Number 2. Kite. Another AI tool that brings coding's future right at your hands is Kite. Like Copilot, it provides real-time code completions and suggestions, but with an eye towards Python. Kite provides helpful snippets and documentation without leaving your coding environment, therefore enabling you to code faster and easily interact with your preferred code editor. Kite allows you to access a broad spectrum of machine learning models that can forecast the next words you most likely will type, therefore simplifying your coding process. How frequently do you find yourself looking for a missing piece of code or proper syntax? Imagine a tool that increases in intellect the more you use it. Sounds fascinating? Keep watching the video to find out. Number 3. Tab9. Tab9 is an AI-powered completion tool. Based on your present circumstances, it forecasts and proposes code snippets that will help you write faster and with less mistakes. Tab9's power resides in its capacity to recognize your coding habits and offer clever recommendations fit for your coding style. It even picks up knowledge from earlier projects to grow increasingly accurate over time. Using Tab9 seems like your coding experience grows more polished the more you use it. Have you ever felt as if you were repeatedly inputting the same code and wish there was a simpler way? Number 4. Deep Code. But suppose you could find potential errors before they start to create actual problems. Designed as an artificial intelligence-driven code review tool, Deep Code searches your code base for possible security flaws. Like having a second set of eyes on your code, this tool can quickly examine hundreds of thousands of lines of code, millions of open source projects from Deep Code suggestions, so providing you peace of mind knowing your code is not just clean, but also safe. It makes keeping your code under control simple, since it connects with widely used version control systems. Have you ever pushed codes to production only to discover an issue you would have liked to have discovered earlier? Number 5. Cadota. Imagine if you could forecast your next action, therefore transforming coding from almost a game into something else entirely different. By recommending completions for your present line of code, Cadota speeds up your code writing. It's like having an additional brain predicting your requirements before you even know they exist. Cadota interfaces easily with your IDE and supports several programming languages. Whether you write Python, JavaScript, or Java, Cadota ensures that your code path is always one step ahead. How often do you wish your code editor would simply write the code for you after reading your mind? Number 6. Sorcery. But suppose you could create gorgeous code instead of only useful one. Sorcery lets you modify your code to make it simpler and more effective. It examines your code and offers recommendations for changes that can speed it, simplify reading it, and reduce error-prone nature of it. Sorcery operates in real time. Thus, while you're creating your code, it is continuously providing advice and techniques to help your job. It's like having a personal coding mentor helping you to produce better code daily. Ever pondered how much better your code may be if you had a mentor always examining it? Number 7. Code Guru. Imagine never ever leaving your editor and having professional advice on your code at hand. This AI tool helps you identify the most costly, performance-wise, pricey sections of code. It also offers fixes for them, therefore enabling you to produce more reasonably priced and effective programs. Since Code Guru's AI is taught on the finest coding standards, it is a great tool for maximizing your budget and code. Have you ever thought about the possible cost your ineffective code could be causing? Number 8. Replica. Here's a tool more than just a coding assistant. It is designed to simplify learning to code. Replica is an AI tool that also makes learning dynamic and interesting. Consider it as having a virtual tutor always ready to provide you real-time comments and ideas as you code. Beginning students would find Replica's conversational approach ideal, since it provides a friendly learning atmosphere where one may experiment, ask questions, and obtain quick answers. Replica breaks down difficult ideas into bite-sized bits, so you may better grasp the reasoning behind the code, instead of merely dumping it on you. This AI tool fits your learning speed so that you are continually pushed, never overburdened. Replica is also there to help with every stage of the process, whether your focus is on honing your coding abilities or you are caught on a challenging idea. If you had a tutor who is constantly available day or night to assist you, how much easier learning code would be. Number 9. PyCharm. Imagine a future in which your development environment actively improves your writing of code, rather than only serves for appearance. Originally among the greatest IDEs for Python, PyCharm has advanced matters by including AI-powered capabilities. This is not only about autocomplete. PyCharm's artificial intelligence transcends basic recommendations. It tracks your coding patterns closely, looks for possible mistakes, and even makes recommendations for changes to make to your code more effective and neat. PyCharm's AI integration also facilitates code navigation and refactoring, hence enabling management of big code bases. It's like having an additional layer of intelligence included into your IDE that continuously strives to guarantee your code is as strong and error-free as it might be. Whether you're writing fresh code or debugging, PyCharm's AI tools help keep you on target and prevent typical mistakes. If your IDE finds mistakes before they ever occur, how much time could you save? Number 10. IntelliCode. But suppose you've instantly, inside your code editor, access to the aggregate wisdom of the top coders worldwide. This tool provides precisely what you need. This AI-powered tool gives insights based on trends learned from hundreds of great open-source projects, not only code suggestions. Imagine your work immediately benefiting from the coding standards and techniques of the top developers. By helping you to follow best practices, this tool guides you simpler and more maintainable code. It's not only about simplifying code, it's about improving your coding abilities by picking lessons from the very best. The AI tools are regularly changing with fresh data, hence you always get the most recent and pertinent recommendation. This tool improves your coding, not only speeds it. And there you have it. This strong tool will really transform your path of learning coding. These tools cover everything from improving your coding abilities to simplifying your workflow to just making the process more fun. Consider what you could achieve by including just one of these into your daily operations. The truth is though, these tools are only as effective as the hands of who operate them. Don't just leave it here if you're ready to witness a true change in your coding. Click on the link in the description to start your preferred tool right now. You won't want to miss the next tool that might propel your code forward.